This film is about a disease of many forms affecting around 50 million people worldwide. For one man, a picture of a degenerating brain shows only one part of the damage done from early onset dementia. A bright 18-year-old named Ben, with a promising career in League of Legends, his life upended, known better to his colleagues as a pack of crayons. Good evening, crayons. How are you doing? Do you know where you are, crayons? Come here, it's me, Kit. You know who I am. Let's talk.
Yes, hello everyone.
Hi.
Hello. Yes. You can stop cheering. Go. Everyone, how's it going? Crayons here. Welcome to another episode of Ask Crayons, just the segment where I take questions from my millions of loyal fans and help them out with whatever's going on in their life, or they just need to know something really bad. I'm here. Send me a question. Hit me up on Twitter.
When I was asked to do the interview for Crayons, I knew to some extent that it would be emotionally difficult. And when I actually got there, Crayons, in a lot of ways, was still the same person I knew him as. He was kind and affable, easy to get along with person.
He was just a very chill, relaxed guy. Someone that I could, be friends with and hang out.
His memory was deteriorated in very weird ways. He barely really knew who I was. He was having auditory illusions. He thought there was an audience cheering for him. And we had to do multiple takes of the interview, that is. He was just not remembering questions you would ask him 5 minutes ago, and to do it over and over again, especially, that was it was hard to see him go through that.
Before we get started, actually, I would like to talk very briefly about my sponsors. I work really hard, and YouTube revenue is just not as much nowadays. You know how it is, on the grind 24/7. Even though I average probably 70 to 100 million views a month, it's just not enough for me. I'd like to move to a bigger mansion and have...
Some parts of Crayon's personality did change. Opinions that would be unthinkable coming from him just a year ago came out during our time together.
You heard it here first. Screenshot it if you want a non-Australian Australians. Vegemite sucks. Anyone offers you Vegemite, you just say no. Hold up your Christian cross and say no. First off, we got Vegemite is our first sponsor. An absolute Aussie classic. When they contacted me and told me that they were looking for a sponsorship deal with me because I'm so popular and awesome, and because I'm so Australian, I was over the moon. I can't believe they...
So who was this man, and what was his life like? We talked to some of his former colleagues to find out. Hey there, Al.
Hey, Kit. Yeah. Hey.
Thanks for stopping by.
No, man. Happy to be here. Happy to help. Happy to help with this.
Yeah, thank you.
You were talking about, I think it was hoagie? Hoagies who were talking about?
Crayons.
Today, right?
A pack of
Is it
crayons.
hoagie? What? Oh, no, it's crayons?
Yes, is that a problem?
No, I'm here already. It's fine. We can just do it. We can do it. Go ahead. Ask me whatever.
After getting kind of well acquainted with crayons through watching movies together, I was a little bit nervous to ask him because I didn't know him very well, but we sort of suggested the idea that we both played League, so why don't we play together sometime?
That's a tough one. What's a memorable of crayons while playing League? I guess it was probably one of my first streams, and Crayons just hopped in. I was having a lot of trouble with one of the league tricks. I think it's hook jump. Oh my god, I still don't fully understand it. But Crayons was super helpful. He was like, look, when you're playing league, just remember you want to go in at an angle. You got to beat the tree monster first. Then once you get hook jump, you just got to keep going. Like, just jump on the hook. And then
At
just
some
keep going
points,
through. Once you
Crayon
get
seemed to
through,
recall
that's
his
it. It's
former
not even-
colleagues, and
I'm sorry?
other times he
That's-
had difficulty doing
No,
so.
that's league. That's
Is gravy really made out of owls? Trying to think. I did a lot of research on gravy for a school project back in the days. Everyone had to sort of do like a research project on something that was close, like complements food, if that makes sense. Like something that makes food nicer. And being the potato that I am, I chose gravy. And so I consider myself honestly a gravy historian at this point. When Sir Edmund Gravy accidentally knocked some brown stuff into some potatoes back in 1766, I was all for it. I was a big advocate back then. I'm a big advocate now. So yeah, gravy's alright. I don't think it's made out of owls. I think you should read.
I was asking about Inferno.
We played League together. I played with him solo once, but I kind of have a problem. I get nervous when I play with randoms. So, and Crayons, he was kind of an anxious person, so he didn't want to play with like any of my friends really. We had a few games with Nick and him, and he was always very quiet. I don't know if he knew he had his mic muted, but he had his mic muted. He supported me, I supported him. It was all fine and dandy. We had no mishaps. He was actually quite good, actually. He wasn't like as hard carry as Nick was, but he was pretty hard carry.
How did I get into League of Legends? It was a real natural for me to go towards League of Legends. I think I was just finishing up playing another game. It might have been like Lord of the Rings Online or something, or DC Universe Online or something like that. Maybe even Call of Duty. So I was a big Call of Duty player back in the day. So my move into professional League of Legends play, it was really smooth. One of my friends at school introduced me to it on a school camp. We just kept talking about it, and he was telling me about how good the game was, and how I should play it. Because I used to play another MOBA called Hon back in the days, and I was really shit at it. But one of my friends was really good at it, and he taught me everything. And getting into League, like I wasn't good at the start, but I was better than average because I had a background playing Hon. And eventually I just climbed the ranks, No one could stop me. Got in the game, went on a 117 win streak, all the way to the top of Challenger. And back in 2017, I joined the Australian team called the Dank Koalis, the Dank Koalis, because we're all rabid like bears, and especially koalas, and most of us have chlamydia. Yes, that's one of the downsides of being a koala, is apparently they have chlamydia, if you didn't know that. Yeah, and then we, back in 2017, we just destroyed the league. We just stomped through it, we got a spot at Worlds, got all the way to the grand final where we versed Faker, and someone got him really sick, and he couldn't play in the finals, so they got a sub in, and SKT they didn't make it. They couldn't match up to my sheer skill, and now I'm retired because that's all I need to do, and now I've got enough money to live very happily and safely for the rest of my life. How was it playing with Ori, Hoagie, Owl, etc? Well, this is pretty old school. I think me and Ori and Hoagie only really played one game together. Oh, maybe it was two, and I remember it just being so painful because there was so much of a like location difference for us Australians that the ping was just insane. I just couldn't function properly. Like, it didn't feel right, which is weird because back in the day, before the OCE server came out, when I was playing, like the ping, we was playing on NA with crazy ping, and I was okay. I knew what to do. Man, when the servers came in, oh my god, the best, lowest ping. I like it. I get like 20 ping now. It's crazy. Yeah, we played a game. I remember Hoagie doing pretty well, I think, because we were both like low levels, like level 3 and level 7 or something. So we were with a bunch of noobs, and he knows how to play. But obviously, being the pro player, you know, I had to stomp him to show him the boss. But yeah. Al, I don't think Al plays League. I'm not too sure. I definitely don't remember playing a game with him if he does, but you know, down to clown if you are, buddy. ETC. ETC is probably one of the more difficult teammates I've had to play with. He's sort of, you know, he's very like confrontational. Is his problem. I just really hate his accent. Like, we get it. You're from Belgium, alright? You don't need to put on your stupid Belgian accent and try and flex on us with Australian accents, alright? Like, we get it. You're European.
Crayons also had a speedrunning career.
It was a strange experience, to say the least, when we spoke for the first time. I caught his stream. He'd been absent for a while, but he was just getting back into this.
Okay, speedrunning career. Yes, I did used to speedrun back in the days. I remember first getting into it watching Left 4 Dead 2 at AGDQ in like 2016 or something. And I was watching it and I'm like, wow, these guys are so terrible at speedrunning. They were so slow, and they weren't even doing tricks that like everyone knows you can do. Like, everyone knows you can bunny hop in Left 4 Dead 2, but they just didn't practice it enough to make themselves go faster. So after that, I got into doing it myself. I convinced a few friends from school to jump in with me, and we ended up getting a few world records. You know, it's whatever. You know, it's whatever. Just a few world records. Insane. I'm so happy. Maybe one of the most happy times of my whole life was getting that world record. But yeah, I think, you know, go do it without the pressure of an audience. But when you get the good days, ooh, man, that's legendary. Miss it so much. Getting the good days. Man, this is Australia. But yeah, it makes me pretty anxious, so I don't do it generally. Only sometimes when I feel like it. You know, I've got to be in the mood a bit. Oh yeah. So like the game I've had the impact the most on, like everyone knows. It's like my main thing. But you know, it feels really good being able to like know that you've had like an influence on a game, like the way people play it now. Like some of the strategies in there are things that I found myself. Like other people are using what I found and what I can do to make their runs better. And knowing that you've had like a positive change at least, or like a marking change, just feels great. You know, that's what the best of the best do. They leave it. I was in there, I was doing my best finding tricks, I was changing the way, I was changing the way you played the game. Started a revolution. That's how big of an impact I had on this game. And you know, now, back when I started, there was only like just under an hour of world record to beat the whole game. And now they've got I don't know how, they found so much more since I left too. That still doesn't mean I didn't have any paid me money. Yeah, they got the world record for this game down to like 35 minutes now. It's crazy. I think the guy at Cradle Baby has a world record for Spy Spy, so good on him. He's definitely had a big influence on the community too since I've departed.
When I first heard about crayons, it was just when I started being a speedrunner in late 2016. I was looking for games to run and looked up the leaderboard, and I find an Australian has like second or third place or something. I don't remember what it was at the time. And then it took a couple months of me just checking up on that leaderboard and finding out that as Aussie Pride, an Australian has first place world record in...
What does it feel like to die? And no, I don't know. To be honest, I haven't died yet. But when I do, I'll make sure I'll let you know. Let me make sure it's still recording. Okay. Hold on, let's give it 10 seconds, because if it goes over 5 minutes, we know we're okay.
We suggested that we could go to PAX together eventually in the future and play Sly there.
That's Sly Cooper? I've been playing that for a year now, and it's not League of Legends? Oh god, so much wasted time.
In October 2018, I went to PAX and we met together. I met Crayons. I actually brought the slim PS2 that he originally gave me. He is just such a generous person. He gave me my backwards compatible PS3 that I still use to play Sly today. And as kind of a return, because he never asked me to pay for any of those things, I think I remember I tried to get his PayPal so I could pay him for the shipping at least. I gave him back his slim PS2 so that he could, theoretically, was what he was planning to do, continue to play Sly, and with the new cutscene skips he could improve his time. I reckon, especially with all the new skips that we found, he could improve his time by quite a lot.
I'm done! What is this game? Oh! I hate this game. I hate this game. Oh.
A memorable moment outside of League of Legends. I mean, Crayons and I go way back, so we've got like so many moments. I remember there was this one time that I while I was speedrunning, I took a picture of his and I put it inside of my live split thing. Like it was the background image. It was great. It was great. It was the background image of my live. Oh no, sorry, that was Hoagie. Shoot. Oh no. But there was this one time, right? So me and him were talking about how we love living in Australia so much. It was a great time. Just me and him shooting the. No, that was Ari. Ari told me about that. Oh crap. No, it's fine though. I remember there was one time we were all just hanging out, shooting the shit on video chat, and we all got our guitars out and our ukuleles, and we were just strumming along. No, wait. No, that was crap. Can we cut? I'll get it back in a second. I'll think of something.
I mean, I could lend Hoagie my PS3. He just has to come to Australia to get it. And by lend, I mean officially passing on the Crayons torch and just retiring. Around April, when we first decided to skip cutscenes, that was when he kind of changed a bit. That was the beginning of his downfall, in my opinion. And I completely understand. If you were to spend such a long time grinding out this game to get a world record, really, is what it was. And all of a sudden there's this free 7-minute time save that the entire community agrees on having. And you get overtaken by complete noobs. That would be devastating to me. And I understand why Crayons did what he did. He removed his runs from the leaderboard. And it was a sad day for all of us. Especially me. As an Australian, I felt like all of a sudden I was just so alone. It's hard to be an Australian and a Sly Runner.
Do you miss speedrunning Sly Cooper? I think this question isn't for me. I've never played Sly Cooper. I don't even know what Sly Cooper is. Honestly, it sounds like a pretty dumb game. You were my OG, Zen. I will always love you.